My character's name is Edward Wilder. He's a young World War I veteran living in Chicago as a grocery store owner. He marries a woman named Dorothy, and his nephew, Lester, comes to be in his care after his brother passes away. I chose my character because I wanted a likable but flawed grocery store owner. I wanted him to be able to speak about politics but also be focused on his work and family. I wanted for my character to be able to share the economic, social, and political changes from 1920 to 1939. My only real challenge was getting them all of the journals done, but I found the process very enjoyable. I developed the storyline in a way that I thought conveyed as much factual information while still allowing the character to be multidimensional. I enjoyed thinking through my character and the problems he faced. Now I will read a journal entry from September 28, 1932, from the perspective of Edward Wilder. The past 2 years have been a disaster. My family has been plagued with constant fear. Dorothy passed away 4 months ago of polio, and I have been left to raise Lester on my own. Lester has done everything he can to help at the grocery store, but he is only a child. I was forced to lay off many of my employees. I've had to do much of the work because I was simply unable to continue paying my workers. My dream of never forcing them to have an unlivable wage was crushed that day the stock market crashed. Although I was doing everything I could back home, my nephew and I are living with little. We tried to save money by making food from leftovers and never buying any new clothes, but I realized that I had one option left for getting more money: the bonus from fighting in the Great War. Lester and I left the home just over 2 months ago and took a trip to Washington, D.C. with the spare money we had. If it all went well, the price of the trip would not cause too many problems because I would have my bonus. I went to demand my bonus with hundreds of other veterans, but the government tried to force us away. We begged. Had we not earned the money from our work in the war? We had, but there was no money to give. President Hoover sent General MacArthur to rid Pennsylvania Avenue of the veterans, and Lester and I were forced to run from the tear gas and flames. My last hope, which rested on my bonus from the war, was crushed, and the tiny morsel of faith I had left in President Hoover disappeared. Hoover's Hawley Smoot tariff has only made things worse, and unemployment has reached 25%. Now, 2 months from that day with the fires and tear gas, my support only lies in the new presidential candidate, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I want to believe that he can get us out of this mess.